is so fantastic.
Fantastic.
It's absolutely beautiful.
A lot of water
hey? Oh my gosh.
this year. It's been raining a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Yeah,
Very
so
nice.
we were kind of talking about Chan beauté and Chan beauté students and a lot of the compliments they've been making about the work.
Because nowadays many estheticians have a worry about being more sustainable. They understood that machine cannot solve everything, and so they understand that it's good to have a holistic approach to the aesthetic. So
yeah, this non-invasive approach that considers that the skin is the largest organ in the body.
Of course. So let's explain them, for example, about your workshop. It's very interesting and it's a good introduction.
Yeah, you know, I think that a very strong complement in the field of holistic aesthetics is being able to have very efficient routines and very effective routines where they can reach a satisfying effect quickly, right? So with some of the tools that we have in Multireflex, we can calm the nervous system. I mean, like that.
When
right?
you see the results about scars and closing those energetic leaking, when people feel much better, and then reduce the volume thanks to the movement. It's always a problem of balancing, but in a dynamic way to rebalance, but with movement.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that it's very important to have this understanding of how to reach deep into the skin without having to damage it, right? Like in a very pleasant way.
That's why it's so modern. It couldn't have been invented before, because we really have to teach them some routines, some protocols, easy to use to let them be creative later and then be able to go further.
Yeah, and I think what we're going to teach them in the workshop is, in fact, I think what we're teaching them in the workshop is very complementary to the work that they already know so well.
Perfect. You know what I found is that the students that we have in Dien Chan that are already estheticians, they are really happy because they discover a way to enhance, to empower really the treatments they are doing. And so this is so good that you are making this workshop to show them many routines and many ways to reach the deep layers, to stimulate the natural things of the skin.
Yeah, it's, you know, as I've been kind of working in the aesthetics field a little bit and with more estheticians and asking questions and figuring it out, I think such a strong compliment that Chan beauté has in this field of holistic facialists, if you will, is the non-invasive way we have to complement, to start actually in boosting the skin and reaching those layers deep, where all the nutrients are, where the collagen is getting produced, and we don't have to damage the skin to do it.
This is the strength of the Multireflex tool, that they are able to do what we call a yin effect, a yang effect. Well, all this, of course, we have to explain well, but for the people that know, it's amazing that it's so soft and gentle, and it really wakes up.
It's fast, actually.
It's fast and wakes up really, because most of the time people don't well connected to their surface. You know what is really interesting is to see how estheticians are integrating the concepts that we are teaching in Dien Chan, the facial reflexology, the authentic one. And when they discover that we have several diagrams and they can read the face, that they are so used when they are doing the cleansing, for example, and when they read the face, and thanks to the diagrams, thanks to what we are teaching, they understand how to find the original of the imperfection that the client came for. This is amazing. So this is very good in this new workshop you are proposing, because you are giving them some routines, some protocols to be able to start directly in a non-invasive way.
Yeah, you know, I've been kind of working with estheticians because I'm not from this field originally.
Yeah.
So I've been working with estheticians for, oh my gosh, now almost 8 years, to really understand what their needs are in this holistic field. And I think one of the strongest contributions that we have is, you know, almost how they can start to calm the nervous system and to use the Multireflex tools in the Chan beauté way to get deep into the aspects of the skin where the nerves are, where where the nutrients are,
All
where the
this
collagen.
vascularization
Yeah,
is a bit stuck sometimes, and this is all about movement.
yeah. And in a non-invasive way.
In
This
a
is
non,
so important,
very
especially in
important.
their field, that it enhances this, therefore being able to reach the origin and not necessarily staying superficial on the
The
face.
non-invasive way is very important because it's true that just with photos or videos, some people think that our rollers, because they see some spikes or prongs, and no, in fact, they are very, very gentle, very smooth. It has nothing to do with needles. We never create infection or inflammation of the skin. At the contrary, it's a bit when someone, imagine you're asking your way here on the road. If you just aggressive and say, "Hey, you, where is the cascade?"
Yeah.
Well, he will protect himself and say, "Oh, go away." But if you are nice and say, "Hey, hello, I'm sorry, I don't want to bother," but I mean, immediately the other one is happy to help. It's the same for every cell of our body. If we are aggressive with techniques that are invasive, then the body has to protect first.
Yeah.
And so the treatment has to be stronger to reach what they want to do. It's a shame because, in fact, it's common sense. A caress is much more pleasant than a
Yeah.
punch.
And so we have the ability to have a strong caress. A lot of times when I'm doing facials for people, they open their eyes because they're not sure what's being applied to their
Exactly.
skin, and they can feel
Yes,
it.
yes, yes.
And they go, "Oh, what are you using?" And they're pleasantly surprised at how delicious
Many
they
students that are doing also aesthetic told me that they don't show immediately the tool.
feel. Yeah.
They prefer the person to feel the feeling, to the sensation, then because if they see the tool, they might think it's needles or something.
Yeah.
And in fact, once they say, "Oh, it's very pleasant," and you show them, especially the ying one with the prongs,
Yeah.
and they say, "Oh, this is it. Oh gosh, yeah."
Yeah, no, it's exciting. I'm super excited to do this workshop with estheticians to be able to help them understand how to calm the nervous system very fast, techniques that they can use, even a few different
Yes,
points.
it's practical at
Yeah.
the same time. It's modern. I mean, Dien Chan is very modern. It couldn't have been invented hundreds of years ago because it's a compendium. It's combining so many knowledges. It's a bit like the new technologies. It's combining many things.
Yeah.
And so this is modern, and so we have fast results. It's easy to integrate, and at the same time, it can be very complex, and we can go very deep and go to the roots, which is the objective. Also, we want our students to become creative once they've practiced and learn a lot. And it's happening already now since 2002. Imagine,
Yeah.
we have a lot of practitioners.
Yeah, no, and I think that, there's a balance between it all. And I think I've learned that, we need to be able to help them to understand how to implement something right away.
Yes.
And then they can further knowledge a little bit more, but they can grow, but understand how to have something immediately for their facials.
And enjoy the treatment, because
Yeah.
so many are reporting us that, now I'm so happy. I look at the watch to see when is my first client coming, because it's pleasant, it's enjoyable, it's so good to share all this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's continue because we still have to walk a little.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
Fantastic.
Yeah.